Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and yes, welcome to Tea Time. Today is Trending Tuesday, and we are back to bring you the vibes, intellectual conversations, dope narrations, analysis, and dissection on the Ila show streaming live on television, Tea Time. And of course, my name is Uyime Elijah Ogaraya herself. Someone was teasing me this morning. Yeah, and I'm happy. I don't know why, but yes, welcome to Tea Time once again. And of course, you know, I never do this alone. With me, I have an amazing personality with me in the studio today. Don't worry, it's not that deep, okay? And this other person, the first person that wants to introduce, this one, he ran away yesterday because we told him that he was going to do something and he decided that, okay, you know what excuse, okay, let me use this excuse and all of that. And he did that, it worked for him. But either way, he's here today in the studio and he goes by the name Iron Man himself. Good morning, Abdul Salam.
Good morning. First of all, to everybody, please, she's trying to paint me bad in front of the eyes of the whole nation, and everybody watches that. I gave a valid excuse. Actually, was not feeling fine, but I'm better now. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Which one is so that you're doing your eye like this?
No, because I know they care. I know they care. They care. They have to know. I have to inform them. Instead of the bad information you're giving them. Don't do that.
Sorry. Anyways, it's good to have you in the studio.
Of course, it's good to have you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Yes, and to my far right, I have Naga. He was here yesterday, and he's here with us today. Good morning, Naga.
Hi, good morning, you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm fine. It seems like the weather is today's weather is a bit calm, cold, and how do you feel? Like, is the weather?
I think we Nigerians actually need this weather today because everything right now is hot, is on the high price. Everything is really not even helping. The situation in the country is really devastating. So I think the weather is enough to help us cool the tension right now. Yeah,
most try this one because he came in. I don't know why Absalam is. He has this rage within him. I don't know what's doing him, but
an average Nigerian youth has that rage within him. But what the question we should be asking is, why don't you have that rage within you?
I don't know why. I have it, but my own is mild. It's not. I don't have money.
Why won't you have it when you need to be have rage? Because there has to be rage and have rage.
Wow. Anyways, guys, we have some videos that caught our attention today, and let's go look at this very one.
You're my lawyer?
Bro, I got this. My client is innocent. No cap. This evidence is not giving. The whole case is high-key sus. We have receipts, Your Honor. Facts.
Let me get this straight. Everyone spilling the tea on your client is straight cap. Did I catch the vibe?
On God.
Then I have no choice but to rule. W's in the chat.
Yes!
What?
Translate to the boomer.
Not guilty. Sorry, I'm late.
You're my lawyer?
Bro, I got this. My client is innocent. No cap. This evidence is not giving. The whole case is high-key sus. We have receipts, Your Honor. Facts.
Let me get this straight. Everyone spilling the tea on your client is straight cap. Did I catch the vibe?
On God.
Then I have no choice but to rule. W's in the chat.
Yes!
What?
Translate to the boomer.
Not guilty.
Gen Z. Yes. I'm a proud Gen Z. Anyways.
Oh, wow.
Yes, now.
Congratulations. I clap for yourself.
Anyways, that video just says a lot. Like, I don't know. Even the man himself, he was surprised. Like, are you my lawyer? Like, Are you really my lawyer? Please, what's the meaning of that? Translate to boomer. Please, what's the meaning?
He calls him a boomer. It's like, that's what I think what another slang Gen Z people use for millennials, call them baby boomers or something.
Oh.
You call yourself
and
Gen
I
Z.
call myself
Gen Z.
Wow.
I really think that the criticisms that most Gen Z people that fall into the category of Gen Z actually get, I think that, despite the fact that video seems quite funny, I think it also, in a way, displays the efficiency at which Gen Z people manage to resolve things quickly. Yes, the slang and the lingo might come in and it might sound funny and confusing, but they know they waste time. Just fast. There's no need. Millennials or some of us that are stuck in between, like me now, that will still want to, and there's no time really. So I actually appreciate the fact that even the judge was Gen Z. Straight W's in the chat. Cancel.
They understood each other clearly, but he was trying to actually you would see that his face, the expression stuck. When he saw her walk into the room, he was like, nah, I've never had this kind of experience before. Is this going to work? Am I going to be free? And he was surprised to have seen that, okay, it was actually, let's go.
You know, you were saying something yesterday that Gen Z starts from what age?
From 1996.
Wow.
From 1996,
From
you're Gen Z.
1996.
Yeah, 1995, then you're millennial up.
Yes, they have educated you people.
Yeah.
So those of you, 1996, you're a Gen Z.
I know the.
You're a Gen Z,
I
Absalam.
know that's the technical the mental aspect of Gen Z for me. I didn't grow up in a house where Gen Z mannerisms were pushed out, you know. And I grew up. I grew up in a place where if you take anything, I'll slap. so now okay, fine. In terms of the age, yes, I might be Gen Z, but the mental,
You're not Gen Z, okay.
So thank you very much.
You're welcome. Let's look at the next video for today.
Good morning, class.
Good morning, sir.
So, the last time we met, we talked about
Diffusion.
Diffusion. So, who can explain to me what diffusion is?
Teacher,
Yes, you.
diffusion is the movement of molecules until it's evenly distributed.
I'm looking for something. Yes, you.
Diffusion is the movement of molecules from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration until it's evenly distributed.
I'm looking for something.
Ha.
There is a word I'm looking for. Yes, you.
It is the movement of molecules from a region of higher concentration.
I'm looking for something. There is a word I'm looking for. Okay, you.
It is the random movement.
Correct. What's your name?
Obi Precious.
Right, Max.
Ha.
The random movement. It is not just any movement, but the random movement of molecules. On your exam day, even if you don't write any of that thing and you write random, full marks. That's it. The random movement. That's it.
We all had that lecturer. We all had this kind of person in school back then. Like they always, I don't know why they are always looking for that word. And trust me, all the definitions are the same thing, but I don't know what is with them and this one word. I'm looking for a particular word.
That video was PTSD for me. It was serious. It brought back flashbacks. Like I know I'm supposed to laugh, but when I just remembered my time. I graduated from University of Lagos, Metallurgical and Materials Engineering Department. Now, for anyone that comes from there, will tell you the engineering faculty is full of lecturers that fit that profile. So this man just walks into the class and is asking us for definition of like a welding technique, and everybody was giving him the definitions, and and he kept saying, "There's that one word. There's that one word."
What's with them and
It's
one
the same
word?
thing. Why are you asking for the one word? And then someone stood up and said the word. Like if you look at it, compare it side by side, the definition of it is the same thing. But the man was like, yeah, you come and see me in my office. I want to go the guy. What do you want to do for your office? I was confused.
And the moment you get into this kind of people office, you tend to be the class rep immediately after.
God bless you.
And the favorite person among all the students.
The guy
in
literally
class.
started collecting assignments that time, and when result came out, no man, I So
Then the rest of the class, only God knows.
Dismissed.
Take the L.
Yeah, take the L.
Take the L.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's look at the last video for today. Nah, I wish Adam had this kind of reflex. Honestly, I wish he did. Because no, this guy was like, nah, you're not trying to do what happened. Please, no.
So you're on Adam's side now.
Yes, I wish he had that kind of reflex. I don't think Eve would have eaten that apple.
Una agenda no dey learn. She still want pick am. She still wanted to pick it again.
As in she was about to even reach for it. The guy would have been like, did you see the dinosaur? They can't you play with the dinosaur and leave the apple again?
Oh
No,
no.
it's the guy's reflex. I don't know what he was thinking at that moment, but he's like, no, you can't repeat the same mistake again.
Yeah.
There's a butterfly effect, I believe, in everything in this life. With that apple might have seemed like a harmless 3D model, but you sure me say she pick am again, something will solve.
Something will happen.
Something will happen.
Yeah,
No,
definitely.
well, that's just, I don't know. just like the guy's reflex. That's
it's
Women and Apple don't go along.
his
Yeah,
reflex you're liking.
Yes,
Because-
I wish Adam had done that.
Because it was never Eve's apple, it was Adam's apple.
Adam's apple. He
Hey, he should have. That's what I'm saying now. He should have. When Eve was like, okay. He was not there when Eve plucks the.
You see this thing. Let me just divert small into gender war here. Sorry to everybody watching, please, but we are going somewhere a little bit deep just to test the water small. You see this thing with you and you people, you are still finding a way to blame Adam. When meanwhile it was you that picked the apple.
We are not.
It was you that picked the apple. Agreed?
Eve probably
It
just
was
woke up
not
early,
us.
went out for a
It
jog,
was not us.
and then she needed
Wait,
something
see,
to just
let me
get
tell you
refreshed.
something.
Just get.
You know when you
Let me
just
tell you something. It was not like as if we just saw the apple and went to pick it. We were compelled to. Yes, we were compelled to.
You
It's not like
just
as if
shift
we
the
saw it
blame,
and
go
went back.
every other, no problem.
Because they are trying to blame the female gender. We were not. It's not like as if they say, we just saw it, like, that apple looks great, and went to go and block it.
okay.
We were compelled.
Wow.
Una go
Yes.
pick up. God give us eviction notice.
As in, the eviction, it don't even take time. Where are thou?
Straight.
We bring out
Let
ourselves.
her get going.
Anyways, guys, those are the videos we have for you guys today. And yes, logic game. There's a particular picture. There's a particular game. I don't know if you can. Here, yes, that one. Translate it if you can. So if you can translate it, then you have. There's a prize to be won, but I'll tell you the prize at the end of the show. So if you can translate that word. Yes, that's the word. Let's start with Naga. Translate it. Translate
Can
it into
you
words. Let's see
be
who is smart.
fast at, then there should be a time. Can you be ready at probably? Then there'll be a time attached to it. Then
There's a time. There's a time.
okay, I
attached to
could.
it. Yes.
Okay. Then that time is actually the time. Probably it's going to be 5. Can you be ready at 5?
Can you be ready at 5? Okay. Abdusalam.
I don't know Buko, but make I try. Bottle point B. because me, I don't know. But maybe you are taking us back to ancient Egypt to be reading hieroglyphs. I know, but let me be serious about it. Can you be down at 5? That's the best thing I can call.
That's too.
Okay, yours, Naga's own is can you be ready at 5? Your own is can you be down at 5? Down. Oh, because the person is down.
Okay.
Okay, yes, that is it. There you have it. If you have the correct answer, you can call us on 0909-8408-848 or send us a message on our social media platform.
Or you can-
I'll tell you the price.
Or you can
That's-
send me the answer personally so that I can.
I'll tell you what is in stock for that particular. Anyways, guys, let's move into the story for today. And the story for today is on Mohbad, the late Mohbad's son DNA test. Now, the Lagos State Magistrate Court sitting in Ikorodu is set to hear a suit filed by Joseph Aloba, the father of late singer Mohbad, seeking a DNA test for his grandson. This was made known in a statement signed by Moni Sola, the head of the Aloba family's legal team. Recall that Mohbad's father recently called on the police to probe his daughter-in-law, Omomi, over the cause of the singer's death. Yeah, so that's the latest updates on this whole Mohbad issue, and yeah, what do you guys have to say?
Honestly, I think when it comes to matters involving the late Mohbad, we've said this for a number of all the things we've talked about, both on this show and in other places where his story is being prepared. I mean, rest in peace to Mohbad. And we are absolutely gutted by the fact that he went out the way he did, because he was such a promising talent and all that. But if you are being very honest about this, and I mean no disrespect to the Aloba family, but if you are being very honest about this matter is being drawn out too much. It's going back and forth. It's going nowhere. I mean, you came, you said he's the owner. The woman, the wife of Mohbad's wife, said he is the owner of the child. Everybody rested. Then that is now coming out saying she is the owner of the child. Everybody rested. And saying that is coming out and saying they should do DNA test. Like, make up your mind. What is exactly happening? Like, now it's basically seeming like they are using this entire matter to stay relevant, which to me, I feel is actually quite immoral, because you should not be using someone's death to trend, even if he is your son or your family member. But right now, I think it's just becoming this level
because
of
it's just going back and forth, and nobody.
And to be honest, everybody is tired.
He's tired.
You just don't want to disrespect Mohbad because he has a lot of fans and a lot of people who love his music. And, but if we are being honest,
everybody's tired of the case.
Just bring out something that will let everybody know that this is the end. Because right now, there are a lot of more pressing issues to deal with.
To deal with, yeah, true. Okay.
Well, it's devastating. It's sad to know that a shining star left us at a very young age. I feel like if the government says okay, they want to do this, and then the fathers is really down to see the DNA come to light. They put the news out there. The citizens then force the news to come out. So let's see something that's worth that news. Let's not see that, okay, something happened and then we can't find the DNA, because we certainly saw them try to do an autopsy for him and we've not still heard anything about it till now.
Yes, till now, we've not heard anything about
the
autopsy. We don't even know where he is. Like, there's nothing. I know, it's just this DNA test.
Yes,
like as if they are trying to shift the whole...
shifted it away from the actual test that could have determined the cause of death of the person we are talking about, and shifted it to an entirely new realm of DNA test. Like, make it make sense.
I feel like nothing can be hidden under the sky. The truth will definitely come out. And in the case of Tupac, they already found his killer already. And so definitely, somewhere along the line, the person who actually knows the true light of everything that happened will come to light.
Tupac, the case of Tupac, it happened abroad, but this is Nigeria. Look at the case of this Dowen College boy that died and all of that. It was this year that we got to know the true story of the whole this thing and all of that. And for Mohbad died 2022, and this is already 2024. Was it 2022?
No, it was last year.
Sorry, last year, and all of that. And this is already 2024.
Yeah, it's already going.
It's already going. Time is already, and like you guys said, everybody has moved on. Nobody's even thinking of that again. It's only when they see a story on that okay, they'll be like, okay. Even the attention span concerning that story is very small. People don't really pay attention to it. So when is this going to just end?
I mean, for real, that's the question we should be asking.
Yes,
because
when is it going to end?
Bag of rice is 80,000 naira.
Yeah.
There's no
80? Are you talking 80? I think it's above that now.
A bag of beans is 150,000 naira.
Let's not go there.
Anyways, guys, Singapore Okoye, aka Rude Boy, is of the opinion that the major problem of this generation is self-entitlement. He shared this opinion on Instagram yesterday, and he said hunger will kill them if they continue having an entitled mentality. That was all he said, and I think I agree with him, because a lot of people in this generation is self-entitled. Last week we treated a topic where someone came out to say that when they were in school, he used to pay transport money for his friend. Now his friend is abroad and he cannot, and the friend refused to pay his flights money to come to the UK and all of that. And I'm like, that is self-entitlement kicking in, because you were the one who decided. It's not like anybody or the guy came to beg you that I beg you. You are the one who decided that, okay, this is what I'll be doing for you. And you did it till the point you guys graduated. Now, as God may have it, and in the words of Portable, grace, the person is in the abroad and the person is not coming to terms with what you want, and you're calling him out saying this after everything I've done for you. I agree with Rude Boy. He's right. Everybody right now is self-entitled. Even this guy, Crazy Clown, posted something on his Instagram page where he said, people are using you. And it's true. People are using everybody. So in a situation where people are using you, be in that position whereby the person that is using you, you're also gaining something from that person. That's just the truth about it. And even in the WhatsApp family, when you don't make a post, nobody comes to your DM to check up on you or anything. Just make a post of you, okay, maybe you're looking nice, and the next thing, they'll start billing you. How far? Please, can I see 2K? Or can I see? And you're like,
oh, your people are even direct.
Wow.
Yes.
And mine first like, good afternoon. How
are you?
How is work?
All those and you're like, okay. In your mind, you already know that this person is about to ask for something. Go straight to the point. What do you want?
And they don't even know us. Me, I'll even tell you straight before. As I've seen good afternoon, I'll tell you straight. Don't bother.
It's not. There's no manners in you not checking up on somebody. Maybe you don't check on a person in a month. You don't clearly have to check on somebody every day. It can be very, very shady if it's. But at some point, you check up on him twice in a month, and you tend to now ask the person for something later on. It seems okay to do. But you don't check up on that person, and you just try to build a conversation in a day and tell the person the whole life story that he did not know anything about throughout the whole time.
For real. Yesterday when I wasn't available, and I also had an appointment, medical related, but I also managed to also go and get some sort of equipment I needed.
Okay.
And due to the fact that the price hike and everything, and I had a very close friend of mine. Shout out to Toons if you are watching this. Lovely guy, I love you, bro. If he noticed, he literally noticed. That's how the bond is now. He noticed and he called me and he checked up on me and he actually spoke to me and made me feel better. So that kind of person now, if it's in my power and it's not even in my power, normally if he needs anything and I can do it, I'll have fun. But you, who you? Where do you come from?
Because the truth of the matter is nobody owes you anything. Like nobody owes you anything. Even Rude Boy too has had his own fair share, whereby the woman who he helped some time ago with his daughter, with her daughter and all of that, because he could not render that same help and all of that, the woman called him out and was saying a whole lot of, BS and all of that. Nobody owes you anything. That's just my own take on the story. And this whole self-entitlement, if anybody does something good to you, take it as, okay, that person was able to do that for me at that moment. Not that you will be expecting the person to keep on doing it and all of that. And when the person does not now do it, you now get upset and you are angry on top of the person money.
No, I will be very honest. To people who are still managing to help, at this point, let's even be factual. Whether they are here or they are abroad, because it's even tough there too. It's just that they have structures that allow things to be mitigated. But here, let's not go there. But whether they are here or abroad, if anyone is still helping you in any form, financially, because when we say help here, be thankful. When we say help here, it's mostly financially. Be thankful, and if it gets to a point where you decide to ask that person for help again, and the person politely or even impolitely declines, still be thankful. Still, because the person helped you before. No one is supposed to be carrying your matter on their head.
Everybody has
what they are doing. In fact, the only set of people right now that you can say as an individual, that if you have the means, that you can say, if they ask me for anything, I will never be forced to. Maybe probably your parents. Depending on that, depending on the relationship you have with them. Those are people that you can say, come, no matter what, come. I will always have to give you because you guys did for me back then, and you took care of me. Now it's my turn to do the same. Any other person, they may be your siblings too, depending on the relationship you have there. Any other person, if you help them and it gets to the point where you can't help anymore, and you let them know, and they feel entitled by it and get angry at you, no, that's their business. I'll be very honest. Because no one.
There are different types of entitlement. Let's even leave money out of it.
Okay.
Someone's time. You try to take advantage of people's time. Like you feel entitled to it. You can see it in companies. You feel like see that people in big positions just you take this person in, and then it's probably an intern, and you just try to, and you see like you're supposed to have closed by 10, and then you tell him like, please can you make it 2 more hours? I should be sleeping.
Yeah, that's self-entitlement.
But that's entitlement from a different angle. I'm just saying that it could be advice. You could see that someone gives you something and it's a bit of a good advice. Take it and appreciate that person. You don't need to.
Yes.
Now speaking of, I don't know if I should call this self-entitlement or I don't know. Now Portable is on the news again. Abi is in the news again, and he's saying that he's bigger than Buju. Now in his words, popular celebrity or singer known as Portable has claimed that he's bigger than his colleague Benson, formerly known as Buju. He said his rise to stardom was driven contrary to the assumptions that he is diabolical. Now, sharing a screenshot showing his 2.6 million Instagram followership and Buju's 1.9 million Instagram followers, the Zazu Krona bragged that he is greater than his colleague.
Please, just take it in.
Take a deep breath.
We're talking about Idamu Adugbo. Kala.
No, let's not. Portable now is not someone you can easily just talk about.
No,
like that.
his
So,
level is
his
changed.
level is changed.
You get to a point of bragging where you know that okay, you know where you came from.
I mean, although we do have to make the argument or the case that because I was talking with someone earlier today concerning this particular story, and the
Okay.
person was telling me that even if he has been able to secure songs and collaborations with Skepta,
Yeah.
to have a song with Big Smoke himself is crazy.
Yeah.
But even if he has been able to do that, and his songs do manage to somehow find a way to trend, but even if, despite all that, you still can. The sensor, you still can hold a candle to Benson, formerly known as Buju, because if it gets to the point where all the big acts are calling artists to come and feature on their tours or on their albums or on their EPs, that they would first go towards Benson's direction. And let's be honest, from my own personal perspective, I would say that Benson, in terms of his singles, but his features, like songs he features in or songs in which he features other artists,
Made
always
blown.
But Portable, I mean, I like him, so I can't really say anything bad about
Portable,
him.
Portable's attitude, character, lifestyle is what's selling him. First of all, he came into the industry with Idamu Adugba, I want to disturb everybody, and he carried that personality from that stage into where he is right now. He knew that was his market. If you know your market, you know how to catch your fans, and I can applaud him any given time. First of all, I won't be biased. I was not a Portable fan, but the first song I ever heard, it was not even the one with Olamide. It was the one he did. Where's the entire Jesus, pastor, he was singing in a. But the fact he could know what was the situation in society about then, and he could put it into song. I knew his relevance. I knew that you know what the assignment is. So I give him his flowers. Trust me.
But in what way? My own question is: in what way is he based on followership or?
It's not based on
He's
followership.
saying it based on followership.
You see, the thing that you have to I think you should get about Portable is he sometimes makes points, but then the receipts or the evidences he uses to back them up are not usually tallying, or they don't usually tally. So he has the right to claim that I'm a bigger artist than Buju, but then that followership is not what he should have used. But I don't.
I don't think he's bigger than Buju.
No. Buju is a versatile artist.
He's more versatile.
He's more versatile, and I think Buju sings better than Portable.
I didn't try to even put in an argument. I know Buju is a better
more
artist.
versatile artist than other.
The reason why people are following Portable, maybe because people just want to they are just so interested in his lifestyle. People just want to know, okay, what's going on. Maybe that's the reason why. But when it comes to music-wise, I don't think he's better than Buju.
But that doesn't mean he's also bad. I mean,
No, it's not bad. Everybody's a king on his own lane.
I'm not saying he's bad though, but him comparing himself with Buju and all of that, I just said the reason why he has that much followers is because people are interested. And I love the way he promotes his stuff, his things and all of that. I think that's because I remember when Don Jazzy used Portable as an example to his record label, to his artist and all of that, telling them trying to inform them okay, see the way Portable does his things and all of that. So I think the reason why people are more he has that followers because people just want to okay, what's going on with Portable? Once they see Portable on everybody's okay, they want to see and all of that.
Ignore the obvious, the outward appearance that most people look at him Raz and the guy's a marketing genius.
It's a trend.
Yeah, he is. But when it comes down to music, there's no, even if I'm sleeping and somebody wake me up and ask me, who do you prefer, Portable or Buju? I will pick Buju over Portable. That's just it. Anyways, we need to.
Although Big Smoke Belu.
Anyways, we need to.
Louis Montana. Waco.
We need to go for a quick music break. I will be right back. Don't mind. Welcome back, guys. This is still Tea Time, and of course, I'm still here with the Iron Man, who is, I don't know why he's looking at me like that because I'm doing this thing. Anyways,
I told you.
That's everybody. People that they know that this is what I do.
I don't know about this bros behind himself. The Jared.
Now. Yeah, and I still have Naga with me. Yes. You to learn your own style too.
What's
I
your
beg.
style? Is it-
What's your? It's only you just sit there and be looking like as if instead of you to move your body. Anyway, this is still tea time, and yes, today is a movie review. We are here to review a particular movie, and the name of the movie is The Beekeeper. Now, The Beekeeper is a 2024 American action thriller film directed by David Ayer. I don't know if I got that correct, and written by Kurt Wimmer. Yeah. So they want to chance me. So I will leave it to Abdusalam. Oh yeah. Continue.
Well, about The Beekeeper, yeah, now this movie came out a little earlier this year, I think about January. So let's just say this review, we've had a long time coming, but I mean, we did have to talk about it on the show because that movie is amazing in my own book. I mean, I'm sure Naga has also watched it as well, but before we get to it, let me just give my take. That movie is amazing. We have Jason Statham, who in terms of action movies is like one of the top tier action, right? Since the days of Transporter, we had him.
We have a video. I don't know if we can see while Abdusalam is okay.
All right.
Continue.
Sure, okay, so I think the video comes later. Yeah. So Jason Statham being a top tier action movie hero that we know since the days of Transporter, Death Race, and all that. So him being cast as the Beekeeper in this role was perfect. Now, the plot of The Beekeeper is basically just like, you have shadow government agencies and you have all these secret programs that the government supposedly does, in order to ensure the safety of the government and give them an edge in terms of military and covert operations. Now, if you put that into context, it's actually very nice. So, like, Jason Statham in this case plays Adam Clay, a, retired agent of a classified program called the Beekeeper program, and his job is to make sure that in case there's anything that can threaten the safety of the United States, he will be the one to combat that threat. And of course, Statham delivers in terms of action and everything. The set pieces, the VFX were top tier. The actors were nice, and I actually even like the fact that they gave me a sort of sentimental connection to the fact that one of the people, or some of the people, or majority of the people he actually even went after in the movie were fraudsters. He went after fraudsters, he went after scammers, which I had
So
a sentimental...
it's safe to say that the movie is good because I went to check to see if I would see any bad review, and the reviews I saw were not really, people were not really criticizing the film like other people would, like likes of Avatar and the rest of the movies and all of that. People really didn't really give a negative comment.
You see, the issue is if in terms of movies like Avatar, where people are expecting something,
wow, yeah.
And they now, in my opinion, like I gave last time on the show, did not deliver. The criticisms will come in heavily. But for a show or a movie like The Beekeeper, where it's just, action, and they delivered in that action, definitely was. I mean, I like the fact that the plot was not even too explanatory or twisty or anything. They just went straight to the point. Oh, this. Jason Statham comes, beats everybody, does that, guns shooting everywhere, blah blah blah, nice action, set pieces and all that, VFX, kung fu, perfect. So I feel it was a very nice movie, and I know for people who just want to kick back and relax and watch an action movie that just doesn't take up too much of their time, and they just want to have fun watching the movie like the good old days, not too much story, not too much mental gymnastics, just want to sit down and watch a hero beating up the bad guys. Nice movie.
The Beekeeper.
The Beekeeper, yeah. Jason Statham, yeah?
Yeah, Jason Statham.
It's someone I actually really enjoy watching, like the Medallion or something about a fish.
Yeah, the Medallion too.
I think.
The
Meg. It was actually a very good movie,
Meg.
but trust me, I'd just agree to disagree with you because I did not enjoy the movie. At some point in the mall, I slept off, and then I woke up towards the ending because I kept questioning myself, like, why? I don't know if I'm spoiling it for that wasn't seen it. Yeah, so I kept questioning it. Why?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Graham.
Spoilers.
We were supposed to mention this before the review, but now spoiler alert.
Yeah.
No, you've not watched The Beekeeper. Please go I've told you now.
Yeah, please see before I start. So I'm starting now.
Yes,
Continue.
okay.
Well, the lady who lost her mother, and then he came in to actually help, and then she realized, you did not kill my mother. She knew right then you didn't kill my mother. But what's the whole essence of chasing him around to try to stop him in every scene and try, when you know that, okay, at the end of the scene, you're going to let him go when you had the chance to. He already helped you get a revenge back for your mom. So why you, like, I like questioning movies. I like you putting me on suspense. There was no suspense. I already knew from the beginning to the end how it was giving me John Wick.
John Wick kind
the
of
representation of
vibe,
the woman, the dog was the woman, and then he was just the Wick that was going up and down and ticking people off.
No, but if we are trying, if you are looking at it and comparing it, John Wick actually had a lot more nuance and context.
Yeah.
And the action, that's what makes John Wick.
Yeah.
Now, the whole point of this is, I see where you're coming from. You do not like it that much because the story was not intricate
It
enough
wasn't
for you.
compelling for me.
Me, I like it because while I do enjoy the odd movie with intricacies now and then, I also sometimes just like to watch movies where there's not too much explanation. Just fight.
You don't want headache of.
I don't want headache of all the twists. I mean, I enjoy the twists, I enjoy the plot holes and everything. But sometimes I'm just like, and I think because we don't get movies like this usually, because every director now just wants to do something that will make the audience go, wow, where did that come from?
Yeah, where did that come from and all of that.
And I appreciate that.
Okay.
I mean, we have people like Christopher Nolan who normally used to do that in most of his movies, like with Tenet, that still confuses people.
No, Tenet is one annoying movie, trust me.
It will confuse people
confused me till today. Like,
Like,
why?
and reviewers literally say in terms of Tenet, like some people go as far as criticizing viewers' intelligence to say if you are not smart enough, you can't get Tenet. So I challenged myself to actually sit down and understand
And
Tenet,
watch.
to feel smart enough.
From the
so
title.
Yes, so I understand. You see, from the title, it's even going backwards.
It's backwards.
So I understand that, okay, this is what Christopher Nolan wants to do in his own case. But a movie like The Beekeeper, no stress, just sit down
Just straightforward.
and the bad guy is beating
Okay.
the good guys. The only
Simple.
problem I have is, like he said, the ending was quite thin
Very.
and flat because, like he said, you have been chasing him from the beginning. You still allowed him to go at the end. We all knew this was going to happen. So why couldn't you just
So
a little bit
just
of a twist?
of a twist and
Yeah,
all of
but-
that. Yeah, the movie for me, the movie is, if I'm to rate the movie, I'll give it let's say a 5. A 5, yes. A 5.
I work with that though.
You work with that, a 5.
I'll give it a 7.5 because while the story wasn't all that, I mean, the action set pieces for me, wow.
Okay, now coming down to Nigeria here, because I don't want to call it a pandemic. It looks like as if the movie industry in Nigeria, they are trying, like they are really, really doing well. If you compare the Nollywood back then and now, you see that there's a big difference and all of that. But in the aspect of coming up with series, they will do a fantastic movie. Then the next thing you hear that they want to do series. What do you, is it necessary?
You're still on about that, and Nicola
Yes,
You're
yes.
still on about
I'm always
this.
like, is it necessary for you to do a series? Because for me, I feel like if you want to do a movie, pick, do you want to make it series or you want to make it a full movie? Not you doing movie and maybe I don't have an idea or I don't have enough knowledge when it comes to movie production.
In Hollywood as well, so that we don't end up being very biased about it. When it comes to Hollywood, they do these things too. They make a movie and then they decide, okay, the story we want to tell is too much to put in one movie, so let's just make it a series instead. I mean, they did it with they did it with most of the time, usually in animation for me, they made Kung Fu Panda 1, 2, 3, and they also made like filler episodes of Kung Fu Panda, Dragon Warrior, blah blah blah. They did that thing. They did it with a lot of other movies. Even Transporter itself has a series. Even Watchmen, which was one of the OG superhero movies back in 2009, Watchmen had another series entirely dedicated to the continuity of what happened in the movie. So when directors have a lot more to tell, that's when I feel the series is necessary, so that I don't end up jam-packing a lot of
when they are
story
too
But
storyline.
for Nollywood, I see your point, because in the case of Anikulapo, I still feel with proper mitigation and some time management and cutting things that did not need to be there, I feel they could have put the right respecter into a movie as well. So that's where I see, and I agree with you, that if you know your story does not need to be longer than the movie, don't make it a series.
Don't make it
Like,
a series.
For real, I heard Kunle Afolayan say, I asked him in the interview, why did you make this movie a series? And his response, everybody has their own. Yeah, then he said, because it's our story, we need to know how to tell it it didn't really cut the whole reply for me. And I just realized that movies like Game of Thrones, the Game of Thrones went on for years, over 5 years, and then you see that the way it ended was flat.
Yes.
It wasn't right for
Yes.
us. But for them not to spoil it and try to look for a way to make the movie another, they didn't do that. They made a prequel. They didn't make a
prequel,
sequel. They made a story to tell how the story began, so that the story looks interesting and new, fresh to people.
Yes.
It's a different way to attack it from that perspective. I feel like Nigerians, if you know we have something to give, we should still try to research more on it, to take our time, because we try to rush things a lot in Nigeria. You can see one actor on 10 scenes.
Yeah,
different
I've
sets.
noticed.
And
I've
why you
noticed
don't have
and you're
that?
like, why? Yeah.
We can't become one character in one place and become another character in this one. It's not possible. We are all human. We need to assimilate. You see our American actors, and they have to even
No,
go
we are
into
not trying to
rehabilitation.
compare. We are
I'm not
just trying to
comparing.
say yes.
Yeah, you have to go into rehabilitation to try to be a character. They could even go as far as learning how to be a mad person.
Yes.
It takes time to actually build on things, and
Ledger and the Joker, I get you.
that's how we have to actually take time to actually build into the industry.
Anyways, yes, and I think you guys' opinion, everything you guys have said is actually right. And like I would always say, if your movie does not need a series, I don't think you should do it. Just kill it at that. Because for me, I think the movie, Anikulapo movie, was better when it was just a movie than a series. Actually, that's my own take on it. And for the Beekeeper, a 5/10. That's my review on the Beekeeper.
7.5.
7.5, and you too, 5/10.
5/10.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, we've come to the end of the show today, but thanks for watching as always. Join the conversation on social media with the hashtag #TeaTime, and remember, you can catch up on all our previous episodes, including this very one, and all exclusive content by subscribing to our YouTube channel at PlusTvAfrica Lifestyle. You can also watch Tea Time on Auto TV and in London on Ben Televisions and DSTV channel 408. A big thank you goes to my co-anchor. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for holding me down. And of course to my production team, I want to say a very big thank you. And to my viewers, thank you guys so much for watching Tea Time, because without you guys, I don't have any business sitting down here. And yes, we have to go. My name is Uyime Elijah Afia, and the weather is a bit cold, so you're free to take a very hot cup of coffee and all of that. Yes, and just cool off. And yes, and of course, drink a lot of water and mind your business. See you guys tomorrow, same time, same channel. Bye guys.